Hey, you're in the mix with AVibrantMix with Tasha Tamiko and Fred live from No, it's not live. I keep doing that. From the TLC Talk Radio Production Studios. I suck at this.
You okay? You all right?
I'm just saying, like, why can't I?
We're live together.
We're live together, but we are not live. And we have a special in-studio guest, the Reverend, the doctor, I like to call him that because it's funny, Reverend Mike Neal of Glorious Light Church and of Leading with Literacy. And he's going to join us to talk about what they do. In fact, I need to talk to you about somebody who needs to join. The organization will talk, and it's not you, Fred.
You done giving up on me.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Welcome to the show, Mike. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be out here amongst these living legends.
Living legends?
Yes.
Is that what we are?
Yes, and I'm glad you're alive.
Amen. So when Mike walked in, he said, Fred Woods, I need his autograph. Like, you all have been Facebook friends but never met?
Yes, and oftentimes people talk about Facebook keeping people distant, but I don't really agree with that. I believe it makes you want to meet people.
Yeah.
And for those who are open, I'm willing to travel anywhere just to shake your hand and look at you.
I know that's right.
But also, don't be upset when I don't recognize you.
Right.
That's
You ever
the thing.
get that?
I get that.
Can that be one of your questions?
That could be. I get that kind of often.
Yeah.
People, even like Facebook, high school, whatever, people know me usually either by my name, it's Fred, it's easy, or by my eyes, the light color. People remember that. Or people say I look like my Facebook pictures.
Okay.
So they may see me. This just happened a couple of months ago with me and my fiance at the Pandora store.
Mm-hmm. Did you get your cousin Tasha anything at the Pandora store? No? Okay. Moving on.
So moving on. It was a lady behind the counter, and we actually were talking about her. I'm not going to say what we were saying because it's not right. But all of a sudden, about 15 minutes later, she walked up to me and said, Fred Woods. And my first reaction, I don't know you.
Because you didn't.
Cue the music.
And she said, I know you from Facebook, blah, 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 congratulations on your nuptials and all that kind of stuff, and walked away. And to this day, I still don't know who she is. Now, obviously, she know who I am. She's telling me about myself.
I hope she likes the show.
Right. Thank you. But I had no clue. So like you said, people don't look like their pictures, or you don't recognize them at all.
Okay.
Because, especially with ladies, and I get it, some hairstyles change. Her hair may be short today, long tomorrow.
Your eyelashes may be there today, gone tomorrow.
Right.
All that.
That sounds like O'Neal. Alexander O'Neal. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's hilarious. Fake. I'm going to play that as soon as you all leave.
Right. That was my cut.
But that was a tame one, though. I mean, it's worse when they get upset that you didn't know them. And that is not called for. Babe, we've been on this earth for a while. We've attended large congregations, schools. We're just old, so just jump in, let me know where I know you from, and it's all good. We'll pick up from here.
There you go, using your brain and thinking and being rational.
I'm sorry.
I had a Facebook post about that. I've been out of high school for 25 years. I'm not going to remember everybody.
Right.
So
has it been that long?
If you
then
know
I'm
me,
right behind you.
Yeah. If you know me and I don't know you, hey, I don't remember you, but, hey, how you doing? And instant attitude. It's like, you don't know me? No.
Right. And it's not personal. You don't know what I dealt with today in the last year, the last few years.
But everybody you just won't remember.
Or you don't know if I've had a traumatic brain injury. Like, get out of here and get over yourself.
But I give you permission to not remember me. And I'll remind you, it's all good. Let's start now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Again, using your brain. Thinking and being rational.
Yeah, because there's more people from high school remember me from Facebook versus high school.
Right.
So,
I mean,
that's okay.
We didn't go to high school at the same time, so it's like,
I think that's the beauty of social media. You can just jump in right there, and especially with that Limb Bloom Love swoop.
Indeed.
You could it doesn't even matter. With family.
Yeah, this is a table full of eagles. Hey, I wasn't even paying attention.
I don't know if I should even say this, but I'm going to say it because that'll get everybody on the ball.
Nice.
We're going to have a all-class bowling event.
Yay.
The first week of May.
Yay.
At Dalton Bowl.
Oh, good,
Yay.
good.
Now to get my brothers on the ball to get everything set up.
All right.
And it's interesting that he says that Laverne Brown has bowling outings once a month.
Okay.
So I'll definitely let her know she'll be excited about that.
Yeah, we'll have it out there, put it out there for everybody.
Shameless plug number 2.
There you go.
We're having an all Limp Bloom Fitness Day, June 17th.
Okay.
I need to be in on that.
I think that's that day I said I had to wash and condition my hair. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now you are on different strokes. Okay. Well, then, how about that? Lots happening in the news. Your favorite president, don't throw anything at me.
Agent Orange.
Yes. Number 45.
Yes, sir.
And his Republican Party faced a significant setback when they had to withdraw their bill because they did not have the votes for it to pass, despite them having a majority in both houses. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of funny to me, particularly because the whole campaign promise was we're going to repeal Obamacare. Mm-hmm. But I applaud those Republicans who voted their conscience versus I'm just going to roll with the party. See, I'm not Democratic or Republican. I think when I was younger, I think I might have declared I was a Democrat, but I think a little more independently. It's not a whole lot. I agree with everybody. You don't agree with everything anybody says. Right. That makes no sense. And so I appreciate people who can cross the aisle, think about what they want to do, think about what they think is best versus just kind of rolling with, anybody, because I'll follow you until I realize you're leading me wrong. And I'm not interested in rolling into this ditch with you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like you said. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, or an alien. If you're saying the right things,
I'm sorry, an alien.
The alien party.
I mean, what is Donald Trump really?
They've been screaming. They've been screaming for a third party.
I'm sorry.
So
I apologize. What is President Trump?
Right.
I got to give him homage.
Give him his unlike they did our Barack.
Right.
Can't do it.
It's hard. It really is. It's really hard. But,
I get it.
If like you said, I give him credit for looking at the bill and understanding that it was not the right thing to do right now. It's not a better plan than what's there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
They've had 7 years, and they've turned this whole campaign about repealing and replacing. And they've had 7 years to do it. So it's obvious they haven't come up with anything in those 7 years. So what made them think they were going to miraculously come up with something within these last few weeks? And so I'm kind of rolling with our beloved President Barack Obama. If they had a plan, they would have enacted it years ago.
Yeah.
They sat on the side while it was being crafted, and they didn't want to get involved in. So it's obvious that this little campaign slogan that they've had could not be turned into real action once he was elected. So
it's like your cousin who criticizes the planning of the family reunion but has no other ideas.
Right.
Or that cousin that talks about Thanksgiving dinner but don't know how to cook.
Can't make ice.
Right. And they come late with the plates.
Right.
Right.
Now, you know how bad is that, though? Right. You can't cook. You're in a family of cooks.
Right.
And somehow or another, you can't find it in your nature to just get there on time with the paper goods.
Exactly.
I mean, so here it is. You got to collect from them in September because you know they trifling. So you got to go get the plates from them
in September.
Yeah, and just trick them.
Yeah. Be like, let me get those. Thanks. Yeah. But it's the same. It's the same thing. Like, you don't like the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. Fine. What is your alternative? Never mind that it's the same plan that, his name escapes me.
Mitt
Romney came up with because it makes sense. So Romney's an idiot. Oh, okay. Right. But he's not. Mm-hmm. He's not. It is what it is. So Speaker of the House Ryan said, okay, Obamacare is, quote, the law of the land. It's a disappointment. It is what it is, but it's always been the law.
Right, as that just happened. Duh, it's the law of the land. It's been the law for 7 years, dude. Sorry.
As your cousin, so where you been at?
Right. Like breaking news. It's the law of the land.
There was something that's really hurting us.
Right. In today's... Hello? I was about to go somewhere with the water, but it was an analogy. Today's water is wet news. Obamacare is the law of the land. Great.
She's here all week.
Yeah, I live here, so
TLC
Talk Studios is in my home.
Yes,
TLC.
Indeed. So it's just kind of, I don't want to say I'm giddy, but I am. The report from CNN is that Democrats are, quote, gleeful at this development. I don't know. I'm not a fan of I told you so, but in this case, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know.
Again, like you said, I'm glad to see that they're just not going with the status quo and just going along with whatever Trump says, whatever he comes up with. Go along with whatever the Republican Party is trying to change. They've made a lot of changes.
Yeah.
But
were they beneficial?
Right.
Or were they just changes to be changes? Well, I don't like the way you make your macaroni, so I'm going to add this salt to it. Well, now we all have diabetes. This,
and you
this
have
is
a
not
report
good.
where, millions of people lose health care if you change it. That's okay. This is good, though. Yeah, but people won't have health care. But that's okay. This is good, though. Okay.
Right. People thought about it. And I appreciate that. Shout out to those who, again, voted their conscience. There's a report, rumors from the White House, according to CNN, that Trump is unhappy that his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, took a powder on the ski slopes as the health bill floundered. And so the White House flatly denied it. No, of course he's not angry with him. But even if he were, there's no justification. He can go on vacation with his wife. You've been.
Right.
Several times.
He's been in office, 2 months?
Right. Please let him go on vacation with his wife.
Yeah.
That's his wife. His obligation is to her first. She's your daughter. Hello.
Is he upset that he didn't go to one of his country clubs?
I don't,
Right.
So it's
I'm
not
not
really
sure.
the vacation. It's where he went.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But,
And did he not stop and get a dress from Nordstrom on his way?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know that they're
Like you
shopping
said,
in
stopping one of
Nordstrom.
their spots overseas.
Right.
Right.
It's this
Russia?
rumor and innuendo. But you're funny. Stop in Russia? Okay. And moving on.
Be careful. They've been disappearing lately.
Man, speaking of disappearing, there has been a lot of to-do about African-American young ladies going missing in D.C. And so there's some clarification that needs to happen. And a friend of mine reached out to me with, one of the memes and the tweets. And she said, oh, my God, what has happened? I said, hold on, calm down. They didn't all disappear today. They didn't all disappear this week. There's just been an uptick in the way that the police departments have been sharing the information. And so if your timeline is flooded and you only read, there's our problem, you only read the header, then you're not clear on what the meat of it is. You're looking at the shell. Go inside and get to the yolk. That's not what happened. They have been sharing these pictures of these missing young girls in rapid succession, and so it looked a certain way. And I've always had a conversation with the homie and the mentor, Mike Love, about how this looks. And so, he's of a different opinion. He says, a lot of times they're runaways, and a lot of times they're right. But I think for me, we expressed it in a conversation, that's a dangerous stance to take, because even if they are runaways, they still are not in any less danger. And I use the example of Natalie Holloway. Natalie Holloway, the young lady who went missing in Aruba with
Alabama.
She's from Alabama. I was about to call the name of the suspect, but I forgot. Vandersloot. She willingly went with him. And we heard about it. We're still hearing about it. And I'm not saying that to take away from, the pain that her family feels, the tragedy that this turned into. But again, there's always a disproportionate amount of coverage when that little girl or that young lady or that grown woman or man is of color versus the blonde-haired, blue-eyed, beautiful young lady. Again, each story will be tragic. Every mother, every loved one is terrified, is worried should their child go missing. But I mean, really, it's really blatant. And so, yes, a lot of the girls ended up coming back home. But then you have to look at the other component. Okay, they're runaways. What are they running from? Are they running from sexual abuse? Are they running from, drug addicted parents? or whatever the case may be. It's not always, sometimes